Hello, this is Luke.
And I'm Elijah. And we are the Eagles of Steel. So, today, we are going to be doing our top 10 quarterbacks for the next season coming up.
But before we begin, we had to do a quick prayer first for Vikings rookie corner Khyree Jackson, who was killed in a car crash.
Yeah, it was a 3-car accident in Maryland. It was on July 6th, so it happened
Not even a week ago.
So it happened after we already uploaded our recording from last week. So we didn't know, so I just wanted to take the moment, we want to take the moment to pray for the family and for the team for this upcoming season, and then we'll get started. So, thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you for this opportunity that we have to be doing this video today. And thank you for the lives that you've given us to be able to do these things. But Lord, I want to pray for the Khyree Jacksons family. I want to pray for that you give them comfort and the love in this loss, God. It's very difficult to lose a loved one. I feel their pain. I pray that you just put your hand of blessing over them. I pray for the teammates as well, that the ones who were getting to know him, and that you'll let them mourn, and that you just give them the courage to keep going and just keep moving, God. Thank you for this, and I just continue to pray for them in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
So
what we're doing today, we're just doing top 10 NFL QBs.
Yeah.
Well, before we do that, we're going to do some honorable mentions first.
Yeah. These are going to be interesting because I feel like everybody knows what the top at least 3 QBs are in the league. It really comes down to who is the rest. To start off, my number 12, my first honorable mention, is Kirk Cousins of Atlanta.
Okay. Not a bad pick.
I know, he got hurt I think in a third way through the season last year, and it was very devastating because he was probably going to have a really good year again if he was still played. Vikings probably would have been in a playoff spot, and it would have been really interesting to see them there instead of other teams. But unfortunately, though, he got hurt. I think he's going to pop off in this next season. I really hope the Falcons do pretty good with him. I still think the Falcons made a really dumb decision in drafting a quarterback and picking him up at the same time, so I'm hoping nothing...
I'm assuming it's a mentor thing.
I'm hoping it's like that. But yeah, I think he's going to be a really good quarterback.
My number 12, I have Matt Stafford from the Rams. Obviously, we know Matthew Stafford's a good QB. They were really close to making the postseason last year. I don't think they made it.
They did. They lost the Lions 26-24 or something like that.
It was close.
It was a very close game.
But I still think they're going to have another good year like that because obviously they have Nakua and Kupp to work with. He's not quite in my top 10 list, but he's close.
Yeah.
And my number 11, I have Dak Prescott. And obviously it's not a shocker. He's not in the top 10. Obviously, I'm being a little bit biased, but he has, I think he's 1 or 2 good wideouts. Obviously, number 1 being CeeDee Lamb.
Duh.
But his other, you know how he is. Yes, he's good in the regular season, but he sucks in the postseason. You've seen it every single time.
It's the same thing every year. My number 11 is Matthew Stafford, the same as your 12. The reason why I have him not in the top 10 is because he's constantly, it feels like he's always on and off. Because one year he goes to the Super Bowl with the Rams. Next year he drops off. Next year after that, he does pretty solid. This year, I don't know what to expect. So I don't want to put him in the top 10, but at the same time, I know he's going to be at least decent. So I want to at least mention him. So yeah, I think he's going to be a really good guy, especially with guys like Cooper Kupp, Puka Nakua to throw to. I don't really know who their tight end is, but my number 10 is Dak Prescott.
Care to explain, sir?
So I have Prescott in the top 10 because if you look at his statistics, his statistics alone would probably put him next to Mahomes and Burrow. When it comes down to that. The only thing that he doesn't qualify for, and we're both aware of this, playoff choking.
Every single year.
Every year, it never fails. Divisional round or wild card, it's always there. Cowboys haven't made the championship game in how long now?
Almost 30 years.
Something like that, yeah. It's just the same thing every year. Dak Prescott's just he can't get past those rounds. Like, doesn't matter. Prescott, he was undefeated at home last year. Got blown out by Green Bay. It was so satisfying, to be honest. But still, because neither of us don't like Dallas. But
anyways,
yeah.
My number 10, I have Aaron Rodgers. But primetime Aaron Rodgers from the Jets. Now, obviously, we know he was hurt first game of the season. So
literally like 4 plays.
Yeah, like I said, first game of the season.
Yeah.
Out of the year. But here's what I think. I think he's going to have his bounce back year and have a... He's getting up in his years, obviously. But the reason why he's in the top 10, I think he's going to have a year where they have a chance to go to the postseason, honestly. Because the Jets are a good threat in the AFC. I think so. But it's not like real good, talented QBs. Like, he's not like the more mobile QB.
Well, he used to be.
He used to be.
Nowadays,
not
he's
anymore,
not as much because he's older. But
anyways, that's why he's number 10, not higher than that. Number 9, his former team, Jordan Love from the Packers.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm very impressed with Green Bay, honestly. They're very underrated with Jordan Love.
Yeah.
But the reason why he's in the top 10, they're going to have a good year. Green Bay is.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, that NFC North is going to be tight.
I think what's interesting about Jordan Love is that the Packers are so good at drafting QBs and preparing them for when they start. Because they've had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love.
That's three solid
like Hall of Fame QBs right there, probably. Well, Jordan Love is not Hall of Fame yet because he's barely played. But
two of them.
But I feel like he could build up to that if he's continues to play as good as he did. My number 9 is Jared Goff of the Lions.
Okay.
Some people might have him higher. Some people might not even have him on this list. I'd say he's right at like that number 9 spot. I think he's better than Prescott because at least he wins playoff games and gets to the championship game. Sure, he choked the championship game, but at least he was there.
Well, you got the Lions to the playoffs.
He got the Lions to the playoffs, won 2 home games with them, and he almost, they didn't choke that game in Santa Clara against the 49ers, they would have been in the Super Bowl. So, Jared Goff's really good. However, though, he's still kind of just like, for me, he's good, but he's also like, if you pressure him enough or if you like make him uncomfortable, he starts making a lot of mistakes, turnover machine. So it's kind of like, you gotta be like, Jared Goff can be like either like the most elite quarterback ever or the most sloppy one. So that's why I can't really want. I don't like him too high.
You're like in the middle.
Yeah. My number 8 is Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is the best quarterback in that division of the NFC North, with Jared Goff slightly behind him, obviously. I think Jordan Love is pretty much a new Aaron Rodgers. And I think he's going to
And with all these no-name receivers, too,
the fact that he was able to get to the playoffs, destroy the Cowboys, and almost pull away a victory in Santa Clara against the 49ers in the divisional round, I got to give Jordan Love credit. He's really good. I really hope he has a good season next year. And plus, with some of the big pickups they had, it's going to be fun to watch.
Anyways, my number 8, I have the exact opposite. I had your number 9, and that's Jared Goff.
It's fine.
Well, this was hard to pick between Jordan Love and Jared Goff because they're both very close. I think, remember this, Jared Goff has a little more experience in the postseason as well instead of Jordan Love. But Jordan Love does have a couple wins in the postseason, like last year. Well, I think he only had 1, but Goff has a lot of experience because he's been to a Super Bowl before as well. He's a little hard, but remember the weapons they have, Detroit's weapons that he has to work with as well. You got to keep that in mind. Amon St. Brown.
Yeah.
Hello. Anyways, my number 7, I have C.J. Stroud from the Texans.
That's good.
The reason why he's not higher because the next 6 they're way more elite. In my perspective, because Stroud's only going to his second year, but the way he plays a rookie was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was one of the best rookie seasons I've seen in a while. He's so good.
And usually, normal perspective, whenever quarterbacks go into their second year, they pop off.
They probably do more.
That's why I'm trying to keep him as a top 10 quarterback at number 7.
Yeah. So my number 7, I am going to get extreme hate for this. Lamar Jackson.
You what?
Number 7.
Care to explain?
Yes, I will explain this. So for me, Lamar Jackson, his passing stats are, when it comes to his passing, as a quarterback, I'm actually going to say they're kind of mid.
They're kind of meh.
They're kind of like, they're mid. Like, they're not great, but they're not bad. Like, they're mid. The main thing that everybody loves Lamar Jackson about is his rushing ability. And that's what everybody seems to grade him on. And I'm like, and why he's like, oh, he's such a good guy. He's such a great player. I'm like, yeah, he's a great player. But when it comes down to QB position, he's very mid. Like, he's very mediocre to me. Like, as a running back, heck yeah, I'd say he's really good. But at a quarterback, I'm like, nah, I can pass. So that's why I have him like on the lower half. Because I just don't, and plus he chokes and land the championship game or divisional round like every time he's got a chance to.
Kind of a choke machine.
He's another choke machine, yeah. So yeah, it's like he's great, but he's a great player, not a great QB. Is how I'm gonna say it.
So what's your number 6?
Yeah, my number 6 actually goes to C.J. Stroud. I think the Texans picked up a masterclass of a quarterback in C.J. Stroud. I think he is going to pop off next season. I think he's going to get close to 40 touchdowns, maybe to only like 10 picks at most. I think he's going to probably have over 4,000 yards like passing. He's just going to ball out. I think he's going to be almost the MVP, if not the MVP next season.
Get some help.
Very big stretch. But I do think it's going to happen. I do think he's going to play really good.
There's plenty of other QBs that can be MVP as well.
C.J. Stroud's going to pop off.
I'm going to name one of those QBs at number 6. That's Brock Purdy.
Yes.
The 49ers. We all know how good Brock Purdy is. What was his name when he was a rookie?
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, he called him that for a reason because look how he did. I think they picked up McCaffrey that season, I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Irrelevant, like he was the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying that season did they pick up McCaffrey, right?
I don't know I forget when they picked up McCaffrey.
But
I don't remember if he was on the team or not.
Obviously, Brock Purdy has a wide arsenal of weapons to throw to. And obviously, San Francisco has always been a threat. Always. That's usually what this team's threat is the Niners. But Purdy himself, he's very good. He can run the ball too.
He's pretty mobile. Yeah,
he can also throw accurately too. He'll throw a ball to Debo or Ayuk very, very well, and also kill too.
Oh yeah, he's got a great receiving core, dude.
That's why I have him number 6. But there's the top 5 here, kind of have more elite to them.
Yeah. So what is your number 5 anyway?
It's your number 7. That's Lamar Jackson. But yes, I think rather people have him in the top 5, but I'm only having him at number 5, not more than that, because these next 4 QBs are way better. Yes, Lamar has the running ability, but his passing stats are not great, but they're not bad. Problem is he's a turnover machine, like you said.
Yeah.
He's in number 5, and Baltimore's still a good team, and I'm glad to get him.
That's for sure. My number 5, starting mine off, is Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy is the second best quarterback in the NFC. I think it's going to be always hard to beat the 49ers, especially with guys like Ayuk, if he stays in the 49ers. I don't really know how that's going yet. Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, CMC, Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy has a stacked team around him. Everybody likes to call him the Mr. Irrelevant, like we said. I think he is a very good talent, and I just think Brock Purdy is going to stay that good. And yeah, I think even if he loses players, I think he's still going to ball out. My number 4 goes to Jalen Hurts. Very controversial, I'm going to say right now, because that I put him here, because everyone's like, but guys, he choked the end of the last season.
You guys got to remember the coaching too.
I'm like, I didn't blame Hurts on that. I blame the coaches. Or at least the coordinators anyway. So I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a major bounce back, and not only bounce back, but I feel like he is going to easily be the best player in the NFC probably. I don't know if anyone is going to really be able to stop the offense, especially with Barkley now on that offensive line.
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot we picked him up.
Yeah. You guys are stacked. If there's any team that's more stacked than the 49ers, it's the Eagles. So I do think it's going to be really interesting with that game.
For me, number 4, I also have Jalen Hurts as well.
There we go.
Similar reasons. Obviously, my team, a little controversial. Second thing, you're right. I have similar reasons that he does. He's definitely got a bounce back year easily, especially now that we re-signed Smitty and we extended Brown.
Yeah,
We're gonna have them for a while, and I think Goddard has a little bit more on his contract too. But those 3 weapons, and along with Jalen as well, that create a 4-headed monster on Philly's offense.
Yeah.
Like honestly, along with having our special QB sneak as well. That gives us a big advantage having start with 1st and 9, pretty much.
yeah. I'm gonna say right now, I think we both have the same 3-2-1 order.
I think we can start with number 3 being Josh Allen for the Bills. I'm pretty sure that's your number 3 as well. But
Yeah.
yes, Josh Allen lost a bunch of his wideouts in the off season.
Yeah.
But he's still Josh Allen. Keep that in mind. He's big. He's strong. He has an arm. He can run.
You can do it all.
He can do it all.
Because it's Josh Allen still. We both agree that Josh Allen's number 3. And really, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Mahomes, they're very, neck and neck with each other, in my opinion. They're so close in talent and, the ability to play. But Allen, unfortunately, the only reason I have him lower is because he just can't get past the division round against Mahomes.
Mr. Choke.
It's not him. It's his team. His team chokes. He just has to suffer through the pain of his team just failing him every year.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Because every single time he's played the Chiefs,
He
balls out. He does everything right. He does everything he can. His team just chokes every time.
It stinks.
His defense can't stop Mahomes, or his receivers can't catch, or something like that. Just every time he plays the Chiefs, it's something like that. It's never him. It's always everybody else. So that's why I think Josh Allen is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And to be honest, he easily could be the best if his team would play better.
I think we obviously know what number 2 is.
Yeah, we both agree. Number 2 is Joe Burrow. Now, the only reason Burrow is higher than Allen is, for one, Burrow has beaten Allen, I'm pretty sure, twice head-to-head. And he's 2-0 against Allen. And then he's also 3-1 against Mahomes.
He's probably one of the only QBs
QBs in the league that can take on Mahomes and win, regardless of stadium.
Hurts actually beaten him once, too.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's that, but that was out of, some sheer luck, really, because your guys' offense was trash that game.
But we also got a little lucky with some drops as well, which...
that helped. But yeah, with Burrow, back to Burrow, though. He is so good, and I'm really hoping they get to keep at least Jamar Chase.
When healthy.
Oh, when healthy, he's great, yeah. I think with Burrow, if he stays healthy, the Bengals would be bounced back right into the playoffs again. I don't know if they'll win the division, because I know the Ravens are there, the Steelers, and the Browns are all great QBs.
That division's going to be tough in general, honestly.
Yeah, everybody's stacked in that division, so it's going to be really hard to win it. But I do think the Bengals are probably going to make a playoff berth again. I do think they might face off against the Chiefs again, and if that happens, I don't know, maybe it'll be called Burrowhead again. I don't know.
And I think we also can agree what number 1 is.
Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Yes. Kermit the Frog Mahomes.
Pretty much. But still, it's Mahomes. And obviously, even with no name wide receivers, he's still amazing. He makes amazing plays.
Yeah.
He runs.
And even though he was only the 3 seed, he went into Buffalo, beat Allen, went into Baltimore, beat Jackson, went into the Super Bowl, beat Purdy in that offense, and beat that defense somehow. And I'm just sitting here who's he throwing to? His best guy should have been a convicted felon. Rashee Rice. And somehow, I don't know. They always find a way to win. Mahomes is just that good. He finds a way to get it done. And honestly, I have to give credit to Andy Reid as well at coaching for that.
Coaching kind of helps him up big time.
Oh, yeah, because he actually has good coaching. But Mahomes is a great quarterback. He is very good. Unfortunately, he's so good that we want him to not go to the Super Bowl
and have a three-peat.
But we can't deny that he's good. So just to recap, for me, my top 10 was Dak Prescott, number 9, Goff, number 8, Love, number 7, Jackson, number 6, Stroud, number 5, Purdy, number 4, Hurts, number 3, Allen, number 2, Burrow, and number 1, Mahomes.
And my top 10 was Aaron Rodgers at 10, Jordan Love at 9, Goff at 8, Stroud at 7, Purdy at 6, Jackson at 5, Hurts at 4, Burrow at, not Burrow, Josh Allen at 3, Burrow at 2, and Mahomes at 1. So we basically had the same top 4.
Same top 4, but all the other guys were kind of switched around and moved around.
Which is fine. We had different opinions.
Yeah, so remember, guys, next week, we'll actually be going to our top 10 running backs.
I'll be interested
in the season, and that's going to be fun to talk about.
Because there's a lot of running backs. Yeah. They're all very good, but we had to only pick 10.
Yeah. So, if you want to be able to tune into that one, please hit that subscribe button down below.
It's probably right in the middle, right here.
Yep, somewhere around there. And as always, my name's Elijah.
And my name's Luke.
And we are the Eagles of Steel. Bye!